So, candidates, please get ready. We're going to begin the opening statements now. Each candidate will have 1 minute to begin their opening statements. The question is, and I'm going to start the timer, you guys, after I read the question. So the question is, what draws you to want to serve as California Superintendent of Public Instruction? And I'd like to start with Al Morisucci. Please begin, Al.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I'm Al Maricici, and I'm running to be your next state superintendent because I'm passionate about public education. I have a track record of fighting for public education and getting things done over 20 years as a classroom educator, as a former local school board president, um, California legislator, chair of the Assembly Education Committee, and as a public school parent. I've written laws like getting ICE out of California schools, fighting book banning. I was the lead author of Proposition 2, the statewide school bond measure. And last year, I authored the bill to promote evidence-based literacy instruction to make sure that every child can read at grade level by third grade. And so I bring my passion, my track record as a candidate for state superintendent. Thank you.
Anthony?
Hi, good to see everybody. I'm afraid of the gong music, so I'll go quickly. It's good to see everybody. Thanks for taking the time. I'm drawn to this race for a number of reasons. First of all, my background, someone who started community college at the age of 20 after going through public schools my entire adolescence, K through 12. Then I went through California's entire public higher education system, our community college system, our Cal State system, got my PhD in our UC system, and then worked in early childhood education for 20 years. So for me, public education, what we see is sort of upward mobility and the ability for upward mobility, and honestly, what's left of it in our state and in our country is through public education. There seem to be very few avenues left in that regard. So for me, this is a continuation of all the work I did in early childhood education. It's part of trying to provide people the opportunities that I had. Thank you.
Followed by Frank.
Buenas tardes. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for offering the time. My name is Frank Lara. I'm running for State Superintendent of Public Instruction because I've been a teacher for 10 years, fourth and fifth grade, bilingual education. I know what it feels like to be in overcrowded classrooms. I know what it feels like to have the pressures of constant curriculum changes, of constant change in leadership, and the demanding of accountability when the state of California, being the fourth largest economy, isn't held accountable to actually fully fund our schools. I have since then 5 years led the United Educators of San Francisco, who recently had first strike in 50 years. It was one of the largest unions that went out on strike recently, exposing once again that the instability and lack of sustainability in funding. And it is until we actually have strong advocates that unabashedly demand fully fund schools that we can really transform education.
Is Gus.
I really appreciate everyone taking time to get educated on this race. It's a very important one. My name is Gus Monomal, and I'm running because I grew up in inner city St. Louis, and I was the only kid on my block to graduate high school at all, let alone go to college. My neighborhood public high school had a 25% graduation rate for 25 years in a row, with a student body that was 70% Black, 10% Latino, and 5% Asian. So I know what it does to a community when the kids in that community are not getting the education that they need. My parents made enormous sacrifices to send me to a private high school. They rented out half our house to another family to make that happen. And so education for me was a hand up, a pathway to a much better life. I've been a full-time educator for the last 23 years, executive of a multi-million-dollar education business that I built for the last 19 years, and an elected representative of 12,000 people down on the coast side for the last 4 years. So I bring the experience that we need to change how education is happening in our urban districts in particular, and I'm excited to talk about that tonight. Thank you.
Is Josh.
So good evening, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity to participate in tonight's forum. I'm Josh Newman. I am a former member of the California State Senate. I'm an Army veteran. I'm a graduate of Yale University and someone who built a successful career before answering the call to public service. In the state Senate, I authored more than 40 bills across a diverse set of issues, and I had the privilege of serving as chair of the Senate Education Committee, where I presided over more than 500 bills, including my own education legislation, which deliberately centered students, families, and educators. And so, as Frank mentioned, California boasts the fourth largest economy in the world. It stands that we should also have the best public education system in the country. Sadly, we do not. Depending on the metric, we currently rank between 30th and 37th, with more than half of California public school students not meeting reading standards. Roughly a third are meeting standards in math, and equally concerning, the gaps between well-resourced and under-resourced communities continues to grow. So I'm running for state superintendent of public service because Californians can and must do better. Looking forward to tonight's conversation.
Is Nichelle.
Thank you for the opportunity to join you. Good evening. My name is Nichelle Henderson. I am currently an elected member to the Los Angeles Community College District Board of Trustees, elected in 2020. I think most important to this conversation this evening is that I am an educator with 30 years experience in California public school classrooms. I started my career as a teacher's aide, worked as a sixth grade math and science teacher, and for the past 13 years, I have worked as a faculty advisor, instructor, clinical field supervisor in a teacher preparation program housed out of Fresno State. And I am running to be the next state superintendent of public instruction because California needs a plan of action to close achievement gaps, to ensure that students are literate across the curriculum. Literacy is not just reading and writing, it is everything. And as a teacher, I have a background that helps me to best understand how to help our students. Thank you.
Richard.
All right, thank you, Vanessa, and thanks for having this forum. I'm Richard Barrera. I come at this from two places. I serve as senior policy advisor at the California Department of Education, where I support districts in protecting our immigrant students and families, and promoting student wellness and reducing chronic absenteeism, and in accelerating the development of affordable housing for educators and families by school districts. I'm also the president of the San Diego Unified School Board. I'm in my 18th year on the board. We're the second largest district in California. And today, among all large urban districts in the nation, on the nation's report card, we rank #1 in literacy and math. We have tripled our college and career readiness rates in my time on the board. And I know that when we invest in our educators, set high expectations, and support our students are capable of learning. And I believe the work that we've done in San Diego can extend across California.
Okay, great. Thank you.